welcome back to another edition of Barbershop Talk Like This. I am your host, Trey the Barber.
And I am your other host, Dice the Barber.
And today in the studio, we got my man, my homeboy. He's also from my hometown, Kansas City. My man, Gabe Roland in the building.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, Gabe? How you doing this morning, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling real energized. You know, working on this project. I got this new one coming out. That feels good.
Yeah. That's what's up.
My life's kind of boring. All I do is work and just trying to make
That's
it
not
sound
boring, bro.
That's not boring.
I mean, because you work, you do what you love, right?
Work.
do what I'm
So
doing.
therefore, you know what I'm saying? It's not boring. What you don't know is we always start our show off with a shot.
With a shot?
So this morning,
Shot.
What you got over there? What you got? Is that Martell again?
You got Martell and I got some tequila. What you want?
Good Lord, y'all don't never give a nigga a choice that might not kill him.
bring your own shit. That's how you solve that problem, right? Am I right? You bring your own drink.
I smoke my own shit
Drink whatever you want to drink. You bring your own.
Drink Martell out of a skull. This looks like some fraternity shit.
Martell Blue Swift. I don't know. I don't drink
up today. We
Shout out
live.
to
Let me get a
Martell.
shot of that.
Martell
Okay,
Blue
wait. All right,
Swift.
let's down that
And I got
side.
that Siete Leguá.
Hit me off, Dice. Hit me off. Hooky
What
boy.
you want? You want tequila?
Tequila, man.
Let's
Let's go
tequila
on
you.
and kick.
Got
I used to
that
love her,
tequila
but
you.
I had tequila.
So this is how we're going to get this thing started right now. Bang, bang.
There we go.
Got Mr. Cushington in the building.
All right,
One more time.
everybody, glasses up.
Lab rats. Let's
Salud.
go.
Rats in the building.
Salud.
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 To the brothers. To the brothers. Another
Bang,
successful
bang,
weekend
bang.
safe.
Kansas City in the building.
Woo.
KC in the building.
Shit, y'all do that on the whole show?
Yeah. Whenever you want a shot, just, ask for it.
Fucking with this water.
Libations make the conversation better, though. So
I can't even listen. Somebody's showing love over there.
Gabe, how long you been in LA?
I've been in LA for
shit.
like 6 years now.
6 years?
6?
Nah, it's been longer than that.
I think it's been 6.
Cause I've been cutting your hair longer than that.
Yeah, I think it's
gotta
been
be,
longer than
yeah.
6 because
Dice
I've
been
been out here
for
for about 6 years. Yeah.
Dice, I feel like the first time I got that was
Yeah,
the
you've been
first
out
time
here
I got-
almost 10 years, bro.
No, I have not. Not yet. I will celebrate 10 loud than a motherfucker.
So how long has it been? Is it 6 or 7, 8? What is it?
I mean,
been
shit.
8 or 9. You
Okay,
know
listen,
why?
it's been 14 years. I don't know.
This is what I
can
say.
tell you, I lived in Hollywood, North Hollywood in 08,
Mhm.
right? And when you was at when I first started seeing you at the church, was when I moved to North Hollywood in 08.
Well, I didn't
you was
move, well, I wasn't there till the end of 08, and then
Yeah.
I was visiting prior to that.
okay. So
Okay.
yeah, in the 08.
Anyway, I know I've been cutting you since. I've been cutting you for about 7 years. I know
Okay.
at least.
At least,
Anyway,
at least.
about 10.
Yeah.
Listen,
So-
I've been here for 45 years working the Underground Railroad. That's here when Dr. King is doing their shit.
He like, y'all gonna make me be here for motherfucking more than
Gabe
6
has
years,
been
nigga.
all around the world with some of the most well-known artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell the people.
You
some
wanna
of the
talk
people
about that?
Yeah.
Man, it's been very blessed. We opened for Justin Timberlake all through Australia
Oh shit.
and New Zealand. I was music director and playing with my boys, the Common Kings, Orange County based but Polynesian. So shout out to my boys, Common Kings, to
Common
Tua
Kings.
Reed, Junior King, Ivan, Uncle Louie, Mata, Big Rome, Stephanie. That's kind of how that journey started. I've done a lot of work with Queen Latifah. Shout out to her, Janelle Monáe, Mary
Jersey.
J,
Janelle Monáe, she also from Kansas City, right?
Yep, yeah, she is. She's actually from like my county. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
first
you know, they
school.
on the other side. You know, I'm from the Missouri side. They on the Kansas
Nobody
side.
gives a shit about that except people who lives in
They,
Kansas.
listen,
Only
Kansas
people-
City.
I've
heard
Listen,
them
listen.
talk.
Only people who
listen.
care about that shit is people who live in Kansas
That's
City.
okay, but listen, I'm from Kansas City, so I'm gonna let you know. Look, Kansas City, Missouri is country, but Kansas City, Kansas
It's
is
also
country.
So how far apart is that though? How far?
bridge,
how
nigga.
far-
A bridge, literally a bridge.
State line is literally a road. It's a street.
Like,
There's
yeah,
a
you can
street called
drive,
State
you can
line.
take the streets over there.
So you could be there like from Kansas City to Kansas in like 5
from my
minutes.
mama house,
Trip
yeah,
and
from my
fall,
mama,
yeah, like that. You
From my
can
mama
take
house to
it.
Kansas is like
Take
five,
one step
like
over.
a 5-10 minute drive.
That's crazy,
Man.
So what else you got going on, Gabe? What's going on in
You
your
got a
life
new
right now?
project coming out,
I
right?
do got a new project coming
Sounds
out.
dope.
What's the name of your old project first?
My first project that I had out, the one that's really popular right now, is called City Angel.
Okay.
It's
That's the one with point guard on it,
That's
right?
the one with point guard on it. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Where
that.
can they
that shit was
find that?
rocking in my car for a minute. Gabe
I
is
appreciate
dope.
it. I appreciate it. It's everywhere. Spotify, it's Tidal, it's Apple Music, of course, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Play, iHeartRadio, like
It's
shit's
everywhere.
Fucking Pandora.
Check him out.
Just-
Download
just
his
search
music.
Gabe
Support
Roland.
Black
That's all you gotta
artists,
do.
y'all.
Type that in, and City Angels on there. Point Guard is on there. Winter's on there. City Angel was an album about like my LA experience. So there's a lot of things on there. There's a song called Winter, and it's like I fell in love with the lifestyle. I'm thinking you could be my wife now, and all my senses tell her to slow down. Cause you got my favorite things. Bottega Veneta, Alexander Wing, Celine Bag, Saint Laurent, J. Brand jeans, and I'm thinking that I need that. So model for me, girl. You're my favorite.
Spitting bars right now.
Turn me on, make me forget, because you gotta hear it.
Hey, I'm telling you, Gabe,
bars right
man, Gabe is so dope. He is like truly an artist. Like the man plays the piano, he plays the drums, he sings, he raps. Like he is truly an artist, bro. I really dig your music, man. Like everything I've heard from you, it's always been the shit. The shit has been live.
Trey has been. Like, he's been repping from the beginning,
bro. Like,
I've been sitting in the barber chair.
Really
what you think about this, Trey?
Out there.
What you think about this, Trey?
We gotta push him. Don't worry about it. We gotta push him out there. Man. I'm telling you, this guy needs to be out there. He needs to be one of the top artists in the game because people need to see real fucking talent like this.
I appreciate it.
Every time he come to the shop and hit us with some new shit, man, that shit is a blessing.
I played in the shop because y'all the most realness keeping them motherfuckers I've ever met.
Oh yeah, we gonna let you know.
If that shit is garbage, just
if
like
it's hot or if it's a flop, nigga.
The barbershop will let you know.
Like I've never seen honesty like that. Like, oh, that shit was hot, Gabe, or that shit was fucking trash.
But see, we never heard anything that was trash.
That's
so
because I be weeding shit out before I bring it in.
We've heard lots of trash music coming out shop, bro, and we will tell your ass, nigga, turn that shit the fuck off. Nigga. Get that shit out of here. You need a new profession. Like
we got this box in the middle of the shop, and we be like, oh, you sing, you rap, nigga. Oh yeah, go get in the box. Get in the box.
Do that shit live in front of everybody.
You got a magic show, nigga. Get in the box.
We did have a magic show not too long ago. That nigga was dope as shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker, he had everybody going crazy.
He came out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, I do magic. White dude, like I do magic
with cards and shit.
Like, come on,
nigga was fucking the game up.
Yo, he fucked it up.
He
fucked it up. So back to you, Gabe. The name of the new project you said?
It's 500, man.
Why is it 500?
I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, as we just talked about, and the school district there is 500. It's not very rich, and there's a lot of things that could definitely change, but District 500 has put out some of the most amazing people. Maurice Green, one of the fastest people who ever lived, from District 500. Janelle Monáe, who's a cover girl and a good friend of mine, is from District 500. Gabe Roland, 500. Trey Byers on Empire, District 500. So we're all from 500. So
from the 500.
What is the district for Kansas City, Missouri? Are we like 501?
No. Actually, I don't know. Like ours was District 500, but like we used to jump on
some
our
shit
time.
Coming out of our district too, though. We got people like Tech Nine.
Tech Nina's that dude.
Also, you can run with that shit.
We got Punch City, my man.
You can also run with that shit instead of keeping it 100. Nigga, I'm gonna keep it 500.
I like that shit.
That shit's dope.
Can't say keep it 5 though.
Yeah, I'm keeping
Wrong neighborhood.
I put the soliloquy out on my little stories last night, just talking about it. Like a lot of people who really gave a fuck about me, really gave a shit about me, like, you know, it's country, but it's country in a good way. The sense like other people will slap the shit out of you if they catch you fucking up, and then they'll tell your mom, and then your mom slap the shit out of you. It's very community based, so it's like that. So So in order to honor, like, and it's really blue collar. So like I'm honoring my county, I'm honoring my district, and I'm even changing my moniker. So I will be known as 500 on this next project. The project is called 500. We out here.
500.
Oh, I like that. Hey, that shit is live.
It don't even matter. It don't matter what hood you going to, man. You always got a motherfucking
just one. We
respect where you
collab
at.
on it because you dope as hell.
Kush is a producer right now. Kush has a track that's blazing the charts with what's his name?
International Special. Yeah.
Let's get it. I would love it.
It's called Facts.
Facts.
I would love it.
It's dope as shit. It's blazing the tracks.
And I knew when I played it for Trey, I was nervous as hell because I was waiting for the
motherfuckers
gun.
will keep it on.
Hey, when he played, we sitting in my car. we sitting in the car. He kept looking at me. I'm just listening to him. I'm like, I'm just vibing. I don't like to let niggas know what I'm thinking. I just be vibing. You know what I'm saying? And then when I'm done, I tell you. But I feel like, that shit hot.
What I want to know is, where do you get a lot of inspiration, for your music?
Some of it's self-telling, like some of it's like I just write about shit that I think I know about, that I've been through or whatever.
Yeah.
And then other thing is just what I would like to see. So you know, between idealism and experience, there's a lot. People say that they're not inspired. I call bullshit. You may not be inspired to talk about the same thing over and over again, but do you want to eat shrimp every day or do you want steak some days? Some days you want a salad.
Real life.
I want steak some
real
days,
life.
Like for me, okay,
real life. Not
one
the
of the
fantasy
things,
real life, but the actual what's going on in your real life is what draws a connection.
One of the things I want to know is like, what's your process? Like when you go in the studio, do you do the beat first? Do you like, okay, I want to feel this type of vibe? Like, what's your process and how you break it down before you?
Do you let the beat talk to you and then you kind of go with that?
Because he produces his own music.
Yeah,
so,
I know that.
So do you?
Since he was 5, nigga, he was playing the drums and everything. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all reading my bio.
We do our research.
Y'all motherfuckers was ready. Like every once in a while the beat to talk, man. But I'm a huge fan of not rushing the process. Like inspiration is everything. Because I can write 16. Like if I have to, like I've been doing a lot of collabs. This amazing artist, Jessica Jolie. She's like, get in there and I need 16. It's like, all right, dope. So like I can be witty, but if it's on my project, I want it to be inspired. And I still trust the butterflies. You know what I mean? So I saw this interview with Tyler, the Creator, Justin Timberlake, Pharrell, and Chad. And like what they said was vibe over everything. So like I trust the vibe of it. And I don't really make beats anymore. Yeah. Like everything I make is that's like what and I mean that in the sense that it's like I don't just make a beat and like, okay, here's a dope 16 loop, go do something with it. It's more like I make songs. So everything that I'm writing, everything that I'm producing, I got a hook for. Yeah. You know, even I've been working with this group out of Harlem, 212 Green, and they're really, really dope. And like, I had a song called Paid Money and that shit slaps, but like the hook was already done because like now that's where it's at now. So now like what I do now is I write it and I'm producing it and it kind of happens simultaneously. So like I already know where my melodies are and as I'm constructing my chords and my beats and all of that, I'm singing melodies in my head. And normally what I'll do is I'll record it right then and then I'll walk away from it for 2 days. And if I come back and that shit still is standing out, then I'm like, okay, that's a winner. Because sometimes that doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean?
So what do you do with those tracks? You just trash them?
You fix them up, right?
Or do you like
to what Dice said, I do fix them up. I fix them up until I am inspired by them. If I'm not inspired by them, then it's like, and I'm not going to give somebody else a track that I'm not inspired by because my name's on it. Like, motherfucker,
but ain't that kind of like wasted music? Because somebody might find that track and be inspired by it.
I understand that. I don't throw it away. Like, I do not. One thing I don't do. Is that right?
I mean, it don't matter, man. We on Barbershop talking like this.
Not a bitch, not near.
That's that Kansas City talk. That's that 500 talk, nigga.
We don't judge you. We don't judge you on your English unless you really fuck up. I'll point some shit out on the net.
And I will definitely point that shit out.
Don't write that on Instagram.
That shit flew right by me.
I will call you out on IG. Y'all know I'm the IG English killer.
So like I don't throw nothing away, man. It's like I do keep all my kids relatively close because sometimes it may not be a fit for me, but then I hear something and it's a fit for others. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so a lot of people, they try to figure out the ambiance that certain people want when they go into the studio. What type of ambiance do you want? Are you the candles lit type of person, or like what type of vibe do you want in your studio for you to bring out the best music?
You don't smoke weed or nothing, right?
Nah, I don't really smoke a lot of weed. I mean, I do it occasionally with my cousin. But you won't see me celebrating 420.
Yeah. So what's the vibe? What's the vibe that you when you go in there?
I know you are.
Like when you go in there, everybody goes in there with a recording kit. You understand what I'm saying? So when they go in there, what is your actual kit to get the best out of you?
I have a wall. I like to collect vinyl album covers and frame them and put them on my wall. Okay. So in my personal studio, I got these. The albums that speak to me, and one of them is Sade's Greatest Hits. Yeah, she's dope.
I love that Lovers Rock album.
Fuck yeah! I have I have the vinyl. I have all my vinyl shit framed, so I got that one. I have John Mayer's Search for Everything, because I got to actually check his studio, and John Mayer's fucking dope. He just is. I have the Black Album.
Very talented.
I have Lemonade from Beyonce. I have Pimp a Butterfly from Kendrick, and I have Forest Hill Drive from J. Cole. So I look at these albums, and it's these are the albums that, in my opinion,
those are great albums.
Everything that inspires you. Everything that inspires you.
We had a conversation before the podcast started Where's Midnight Marauders, dog?
I haven't found the vinyl for it yet.
Okay, but it would be up there.
yeah.
But it's
You
in the
get
back
it
of his
for
head,
him,
though.
Kush?
I look for
The vinyl for Midnight Marauders would be up there. In Search Of from NERD would be up
Definite.
there.
In Search Of
Like,
is classic.
yeah.
See,
classic.
before you got here, Dice, Gabe, first of all, he walked in, he said, yo, I'm shitting on people today. I'm like, oh, okay. So, listen, and so he was like, I got these new Bonita Applebum Tribe Called Quest Vans.
And what I do, what I walk in,
Hold on, time out. And so look, and so peep game. So I'm like, oh, okay,
Bonita
cool.
Applebum.
That's
You gotta
that's
put
pretty
me on.
fly. So then Kush walks in and was like, oh shit, Gabe, you shitting on niggas today. You got on the Bonita Applebum.
Hold on. What's my man's name? Julian walked in and what's your name?
Alexis.
First thing they said was, "Oh shit, yo, I like your Vans, bro." Like,
Yeah.
because I really am shitting on motherfuckers with my
shitting on
Vans.
them.
And they are the color of shit.
That's fucked up.
Green
No, they
shit.
ain't. No, they ain't. I ain't never shit
Them
that
shits is
color.
hard. I don't rock Vans.
I've
I
never
can't.
shit that color.
I can't do the Vans.
really
Tribe
haven't been
Called
in Vans.
Quest, limited edition, Bonita Applebum
Hey,
Vans. Tribe Called Quest is my heroes, and I heard Pharrell say vibe over everything. Pharrell said something that stuck out to me, and that record that you heard that I played for y'all,
Yeah.
it was literally inspired by that interview with Tyler, Justin, Pharrell, and Chad. He said vibe over everything. So,
Yeah, take your time.
Neptune's heroes are Tribe Called Quest. And he was like, and he said something that made so much sense. He said, Bonita Applebum, he said, you could play that track in any geographic location in the world.
And it's
And
not-
that
it
shit will
rocks.
fit.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here like, fuck, I thought about Antarctica, and then I put the beat on in my head, and I was like, that shit fits. Fucking Egypt, Bonita
And
Applebum. I'm
Antarctica.
like,
Everywhere you go.
it's good,
just
bro.
feels,
All right, so look, let's get into a few other things. Last night we had the Houston Rockets against Golden State for Game 6.
They shitted on themselves.
Close out game.
shitted on
The Rockets started off on
had that shit,
fire,
bro. They
bro.
had that
Listen,
shit.
they had it. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm watching this shit crumble like
No floor leader.
Yo, they didn't have
floor
their
leader.
general. They came out. They hit 30. What they hit like 36, 37. What, how many?
32 in the first
32 in the
quarter.
first quarter. They was up by 17, bro. By the end of the second quarter,
They was only up
they was
by
up
10.
only up by 10. Then Golden State came out third quarter and they had an 11-point run to start the third, and they up
killed
by
people.
one. And
They
they
killed people in
the
the
one
third.
consistent thing about Golden State
The third
for the
quarter,
last
man.
4 years
God
is the
damn.
third quarter is the killer.
Yeah.
If you're a coach and
If
you're
you can stop
coaching
these
against
niggas in the
them,
third, then-
the third quarter, you got to come out and match their intensity.
You know what
They
they need
had
to do?
double
9
Clay in the third
points.
quarter.
Check it out. This is what they need to do.
They need to,
See,
you
this
can't
is,
double
listen,
everybody.
time
One
out.
of them gonna get hot.
See,
You
time
double
out,
play
time
somebody
out.
else
Yeah,
open.
Clay-
You know
Clay
all
took
them
the
niggas
fuck
that's
off.
sitting on the bench that ain't getting no playing time? I'm gonna send one of them niggas in there to give Clay Thomas the hardest elbow across his motherfucking
They don't
chest.
play like that no
Yeah,
more.
man.
That's our school of
Hey,
basketball.
But guess
They don't
what?
play like that no more.
Guess what? You the sacrifice. You gonna get suspended. You gonna get ejected.
That's cool.
It's cool.
We don't need you.
Yeah. But nigga, Clay Thompson has got to stop shooting like this. Clay Thompson is what got them back in the game. If he hadn't kept playing like he was playing, bro, I do not believe that Curry would have got on. I don't believe KD would have felt. I just don't believe they would have gelled back together.
Facts.
But I would have went out there. I would have sent somebody like, yo, you got to get out there. You got to put a stop to Clay
That's
Thompson.
90s
Whatever you got to
NBA.
do.
Well, like,
I don't give a
that's
shit.
that 90s
That's what I grew up
NBA.
on.
Yo,
I
they
did too.
they imploded though. Like it's like, all right, so Clay, and I've seen this to tell us all this time. In every third quarter, the first thing Clay gonna do is come out and shoot that motherfucker for wherever he catches the ball, and it's gonna go in. You know
it's
that.
going right up.
Like, cause this is how Clay's a baller.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so like, I heard a stat that had me fucked up. Like they said that the Rockets try to shoot at least 45 3-pointers a game.
That's
Damn.
I'm like, this is the D'Antoni system, which is very
like they was trying for
it's
that.
He
very
said they was trying to shoot 50.
It's very AAU ball. And here's the deal. And I hate that shit. It's AAU ball. It's like, it's a bunch of talent, it's a bunch of speed, but it ain't no play.
And it ain't no fundamentals.
But here's the thing.
Nobody
But
plays
here's-
their position the way
But
they're
here's
supposed
the
to
thing,
play their position.
it's all good if them shots is going in, but then
And
when
it's
you,
all good if you win.
But if you
It looks good if you win.
but when you missing that shit, switch your style up. Stop shooting fucking threes. Drive the ball. Get them into foul trouble. Run
Work
the fucking
post.
offense.
Work the post.
Do something.
Do
Like,
Here's the
something.
thing, but honestly, with a team like Golden State, bro, you have to shoot a lot of threes because they're gonna shoot their threes, and if they're on, my nigga, you gonna fall behind. So you gotta shoot threes. I understand what he's
What's
doing.
the definition of trying something over and over again, even though that shit don't
but
work?
Listen, nigga, it's been working. They was up 3-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stay with your game plan, and it's the only way to beat these niggas, man. It's the only way to beat these niggas is to shoot the three ball.
21 turnovers in the
disagree.
second half. You
I
scored a
disagree.
total of 6 points in the second half. You put more.
25.
9 in the
25
fourth.
in
You
the second.
scored more
9
points
in
in
the
the first
fourth.
quarter than the entire second half
Right.
of the game.
9
That
in the
is
fourth.
unexcusable.
Yeah, you
Now
got to
listen,
keep the
listen.
press.
I wouldn't
You
have
gotta
came
go
out
to the
shooting
rack.
threes.
Shooting
I wouldn't have came
threes.
out shooting threes
If
in
you're
the
gonna
third.
keep shooting threes, listen, if you fall behind, if a team comes down and hits a 3 on you, and you come down to shoot a 3 and miss, you just got 0 points. You come
feel
down
you.
logic and you get 2 points, you only
I
down
feel-
by
listen,
1.
I wouldn't have
2
came out in that
count.
third quarter. See, me personally, I wouldn't have came out in that third quarter shooting threes because, especially after, I would have, first of all, I would have called a timeout after they did like 6 points. Like, yo.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Which he did not
stop this
do.
Which
shit.
he did not
Like,
do.
He let the motherfuckers get
And
11. Like,
D'Antoni
damn, they
is
back
not
in the
a
game.
defensive
Yeah.
coach.
You know
He
what I'm
don't
saying?
know
I
how
would
to
have called the
defense.
timeout. Look,
He's not
fellas, we got to get this,
D'Antoni
settle this
is an
shit down.
AAU
Settle
coach.
this
He
shit down.
rotates 7 players. It's bullshit. Listen, all right, dude, I would do the same thing you am. Like, if my shit ain't falling and they heating up,
You go to the post.
first off, can't nobody draw a foul the way James Harden can. He
That's
can
what
get
I'm
to the
saying.
line.
You go to the
like,
line.
I'm taking that
But
motherfucker
a lot of
straight
times
to
they
the rack.
wasn't calling.
Straight to the
They
rack.
wasn't calling some of
did
the
it in
fouls
game- he
too.
did it in
Like,
game
but
five.
it's a lot of. It was a lot of fouls that took place, bro, that they did not call.
I will say
which was
that's
kind
the
of
home
fucked
court
up.
advantage.
I will
And,
say
but
that's
that-
home court
how many is-
advantage,
but how
and
many-
there are a lot of fouls that they
how
call
many
for
assists
James
did-
Harden that
yeah.
are shaky as hell
Yeah,
too.
sometimes I feel like he gets to the
Okay,
line
he gets to the
traveling
line on a
and
lot of
shit.
travels and a lot of whack fouls, my dude.
That don't mean you don't call the real ones, bro.
James
Just
Harden-
I'm saying
because
that-
you
that
hold up,
just- I'm
just
saying
because
that
you
just
fucked
shows
up
the
and
balance.
gave him.
It's balance.
But what I'm saying, just because you fucked up and gave him a call, don't mean you got to turn your face on a real
balance.
fucking call.
Yeah.
It's balance.
You can't-
It's balance. And it happens in the NBA. You know, you'll see somebody get a bad
don't make
call,
it
and the
right.
next call they'll call
don't
a
make
dumb
it right,
call, and
though.
you be like, that was the makeup call.
They will do that.
They will do that.
They will
It's
do that.
balance.
But that's
You
what
know
I'm saying. So like, sorry, all right. So like, it's one thing for your shit not to go, but they stopped rotating the ball. James Harden had a gang of assists in the first quarter because they kept
'Cause they was
everybody
moving
involved.
around, yeah.
And everybody praised the freedom that they had because CP wasn't on the floor, and they said we're not trying to throw shade at CP, but they are playing more free without CP. And then the second half came, and I was like, this is why the fuck you need CP
CP3,
out
yeah.
there.
Hold them niggas down,
Like-
man.
like-
Hey,
How
so
bad
let
is
me
it
ask-
for
so
CP3
let me ask
though
you a
that
question.
every playoffs, when it counts, he always gets injured? When it matters most, bruh always ends up on the bench. Think of his career.
That's not an ideal scenario. What just happened?
Nothing.
Not much.
Just keep we rolling.
All right, cool.
I do have a question though.
I was trying to figure that shit out.
Who is going to win Game 7?
Golden State.
I think all the odds say Golden State, but I'm gonna go Houston on this one.
I gotta go Houston. Is CP coming back?
No,
He's not?
he's not. He's out in depth. He's
Golden
out.
State.
He need to take the shot. CP, take the
If I
shot.
was
Hold up.
CP3, if I was
Take
Chris
the shot.
Paul, I would pull. What was your boy? Not Walt Frazier. What was your boy in the Knicks that came out? He had the bum hamstring. He came out. He played for like 2 seconds, hit 1 jump shots, and that was the thing that supposedly powered the Knicks to beat the Lakers when they had Wilt and Jerry
Hey.
West. What's the?
I can't pretend to
See,
know
I
that
go
one.
back.
I can't.
Yeah, that nigga
I
know.
forget
Okay,
what
so
I'm saying.
listen.
God,
so
first
of all, nigga, I wasn't
ESPN out this month
I wasn't
analytics.
even alive.
I was
when
like, man,
Wilt
I
and
can't
Jerry
pretend to
West
know
was
that
playing.
shit.
Yeah, you are.
Hold on. So if they make it to the finals, he's out for the rest of the playoffs?
No, he's not out for the.
But he's out for Game 7 for sure. That's a hamstring. Even if he comes
yeah.
back, he might not be
See, like,
100%
hamstring is a
until
bitch.
end of the
See,
I don't
summer.
give a fuck.
But, like,
I would
that
have
was-
to try to play.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
I would have to
Rapid
try to
and
play.
run out.
Like,
My old
try to play,
ass
bro.
pulled a hamstring just trying to race and shit.
Like,
nigga.
well, like, peep it out. So, like, I thought he was gonna be in Houston while they were on the road, but he did go to the game and walk.
he
So,
traveled.
like, that says to me that all right, if you're able to travel, maybe it's not as
He's
bad.
traveling for
Like, you-
motivation
like,
right now. He traveling to be
If
with
they
the
would have handled
team.
their business and he could have got an extra day off, that would have been good for them going into the finals.
fucked,
But
bro.
I
I
think
feel
let me get
bad.
this right
Oh,
here.
my bad.
Like this is what I think is gonna happen. Like as crazy as it is, you are going to Houston. They're gonna be rocking. And James Harden, this is what I feel. James Harden's had a case of the no-shows because last year he got his shit blocked by a 39-year-old, 40-year-old Ginobili, and hear me, fuck ageism. If you out there, you can ball. You need to treat all them niggas the same and stop talking about their age and play some fucking defense because what happened? He was out there bullshitting, and Ginobili blocked your shit, and then he disappeared for the next game. And then, like, you know, like Stephen A said, 5 Hall of Famers with rings and jackets called me and said, this nigga quit. He just can't have it on his record anymore.
I personally think, I don't think he's going to quit. I think he's going to have a great game. But I think the problem with CP3 not being there is you still have 4 All-Stars on the other side. And that's hard to beat if it's just one you.
What they have, like this is what I think. I think what Trevor Ariza does really good, and I don't think people give him a lot of credit for it. What Trevor Ariza does in their names escape me. They can front, if they front and they stay on Curry, like, if you front Clay and you stay on Clay, they get it. Like what Golden State did with me, they played spur basketball second half. Draymond Green, shit wasn't falling at first. He was getting in foul trouble. That nigga started passing the ball, the extra pass. Like Golden State started doing the extra pass.
That's their game.
That's Popovich's game. That's Popovich's game.
Where did Steve Kerr come from?
Popovich.
Thank you.
I just want to shout out Popovich and the Spurs real
the
quick.
greatest coach ever.
Wait a minute. Who's always repping for the Spurs?
He liked the Spurs, but he
What's
always,
not to like?
He always talk about the Lakers too. So.
Listen, Lakers. I'm Laker till I die, and we suck. But I'm still
LeBron.
fucking
terrible.
I'm LeBron. If
I love the Lakers.
Whatever
I
jersey
love the
LeBron
Lakers.
got
I love the
on,
Lakers
that's
too.
who
I've been
I'm
here.
with.
I was here the night
Knicks
that
is
Robert
coming
Horry
back.
made the shot. I've loved the Lakers ever since.
Did anybody even hear him say the Knicks? Like I was one of theirs.
I heard the Knicks, and I was like,
Did he say the Knicks? Is that what he
They're
said?
coming back.
I thought I heard
he
that
said
shit.
the shit.
Did you
like
say
it's
they're coming back?
Give us like 3 years.
Listen. Every time the Knicks think of coming back, a ghost of Patrick Ewing pops up and says, "Until you do right by me, ain't nothing gonna happen for good for y'all. Until they do right by
Hilarious.
Pat, never."
Okay,
The
so
Knicks
let's,
will suck.
let's-
I hate it for you.
let's
dog.
talk
He said,
about-
get your arm off me, man.
Let's talk about tonight's Game 7.
LeBron.
All day. Damn, Kush, I'm really surprised that Kush actually
I
jumped up
like
and was
good
the first
basketball.
one
I'm
that
not
said
gonna hate on LeBron. This year, Bron has impressed the hell out of me. If Bron can continue to play leader for his team, I fucks with Bron.
I'm glad I got this
It's gonna
shit
be tough
documented.
though, because tonight it's gonna be only Bron. There's no
You're gonna
Kevin
be-
Love.
Yeah, I think it
50.
sucks. Like it kind of like had me like a little like fuck, this is fucked up. I'm watching Kevin Love put his effort in every night. I'm like, this man's really trying
and not getting no credit.
Yeah, and like I look at it like this: everybody can't be as good as LeBron. That's just a fact. You know, LeBron's a freak of nature. Like. LeBron is something makes me, you know, I have questions.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take over, man.
Like I have questions for LeBron's mom. Like who? Like I'm not trying to be like, you know, listen, don't fuck me up, LeBron. But like this don't make no sense. You've been 6'8" since forever. You've been 200 plus since forever. By the lottery of life,
That ain't normal.
you didn't earn a lot of the shit you were born with. You took advantage of it. Good for you, my G. But like,
he puts in a lot of work.
Like, listen, he be on that damn
He's
that,
a manimal.
What's that shit?
That nigga's a man animal.
Versa climber, he be on that shit, and I fuck with it. But like tonight,
that nigga puts in work, bro. He gonna
Listen,
throw
bro,
them niggas on his back.
I'm telling
and they
you
gonna
right
run
now.
it.
We'll know by the end of the first half.
Do you know who's an X factor to me? It's not even Tatum. It's my guy.
Terry Rozier.
No. Marcus, what's the face? The dude who could play football. Yes, listen. Smart is a dog, bro.
He is. I agree.
Like he looks like an NFL
Effort
player.
plays.
Like
Effort plays.
Like,
Effort.
but like he's hungry as fuck. And
Yeah, I agree.
If my guy Green is hungry, if Nance Jr. is hungry on Cleveland, then they got a shot. But like LeBron can't be the only dude diving for balls. Like LeBron will dive for a ball.
everybody got
Corver
dive.
needs
Corver
to dive.
did it the other day.
Yeah. But here once again, it needs to be the people who can, in the eyes of the sports world, dive for balls and it doesn't have such an effect. You know what I'm saying?
If
Like,
you get injured, we'll be okay.
yeah, like, because like Green, are you really putting up, are you Green McBuckets? Not really.
No,
You know, Nance can get up there and do some shit, but like, we need them to, because Tatum's shot is water, bro.
Yeah.
Tatum can fucking
Tatum is
shoot.
a future beast.
Yo, Tatum
Yeah.
can fucking shoot, and what Smart lacks on offense, he damn sure makes up in
He
flipping.
took that detail
too.
interview.
Yes,
He took that
low-key.
detail interview from Kobe and really applied that shit to his game.
He really did.
I'm glad y'all shouting out
what I'm
Kobe
saying?
Bryant.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Basketball
Well,
mind, if nothing else, nigga.
Even though this nigga
Don't
don't
let
like
Trey-
Kobe,
don't let
but
Trey get on
he didn't
Kobe.
even fight me on that one. He gave me that. That's
Nah,
the
he
first. That's the
sucked that one
concession
up.
face.
He
That's the
sucked that one up.
concession
This
face.
is what I say. Kobe's retired now. I don't give a damn to hate him anymore. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's a bitch ass nigga.
There were
but I don't
days
give
when
a
I
damn
sat
to
in
hate him
Trey's
anymore.
chair and this nigga
Listen.
was cutting my hair, and mid-cut I was like, you done said some shit about Kobe, I'm getting up, nigga, you ain't getting paid, I'm out.
But listen, so real quick, so your prediction is for the championship, because this is all pre-recorded. So your prediction is what, Gabe?
Fuck, man. I don't know. What I would like to see, I put it like that. What I would like to see is Cleveland and Houston, because I want to see, I actually know CP and I know his brother CJ. So I would like to see Cleveland and Houston What I think is gonna happen, I honestly don't know. It depends on tonight. Tonight's game, because they playing in Boston too.
Listen,
Oh shit!
I want it to be, and unfortunately for Boston, it's gonna be the only game that you lose at home in the finals to send your ass on vacation.
Yeah,
They wouldn't.
I honestly believe it's gonna be. I want it to be Cleveland and Houston because I think LeBron and them have a better chance at beating Houston.
That's what I think too.
State.
Cleveland and
You
Houston.
know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you this: if Golden State gets in, if anybody expects LeBron to beat them
By himself?
with this team, and they criticize this nigga for this, man, they weak.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Listen, I need those comparisons to just stop because they're annoying.
Who you got, Kush?
I'm seeing LeBron and them coming out against Golden State. I think LeBron is gonna, he's gonna prove why he's a vet and why he's considered the greatest, or one of the greatest players ever tonight. Boston got a dope ass squad though, and them dudes,
and they hungry,
and they can smell.
You know what it is?
Like
it's kind of like when you so fucking close, you're like, oh shit, I got another push in me.
Yeah, but I truly see Cleveland and Golden State doing it again. I don't think without CP3, Harden and them could get by Golden State if they show up and play the way they know they can play.
Yeah, I got Cleveland and Houston.
All right.
But on to another thing that's real big in the NBA is the Sterling Brown thing, being tased by the Milwaukee cops.
Did y'all see the video?
Yes.
Which
What you think, bro?
All right. Shit. I think it's all good. All right. Look, you being parked illegally warrants a parking ticket.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. Like, why you gotta get out the car for that? No, I mean, he wasn't even parked illegally. Like his tire was on the other his tire was on the other side of the white line.
This is what I think of. This is what I think about. It's like, okay, if it's a parking thing, then I mean, life happens. We've all been served a parking ticket. You getting out. It's not against the law to talk back to a police officer. This misconception of
white.
It's not. But listen, here's a question.
8 cops showing up, bro. 8.
Okay.
He called for backup because he said that this dude was too big.
Here's my question. Do y'all think he came out like here? This is what I had a problem with.
Please help me out. Because I got an argument for you already.
And, okay, you can argue whatever. Okay. But here's my problem.
Well, thank you for giving me permission to argue.
If you know you in the wrong, if you know you park wrong, just come out, accept your ticket, and get the fuck on.
I couldn't agree
Time out.
more.
Let me finish. Dude came out from the get-go. He was like, yo, what, like to me, I felt like he was a little combative. I ain't gonna say combative. He was, like he didn't have to be like that to come out and get the ticket. Nigga, you wrong. Just come out and get your ticket. Like, put it this way. I got pulled over. Listen, I got pulled over the other day for speeding, right? I had my kids in the car. Cop pulled up. He said I pulled you over for speeding. Okay, you're right. I'm trying to rush to get my kids to school. I didn't argue. He asked me for my shit. And then he said, you know what? I'm not even gonna give you a ticket for speeding. Go on about your business.
Listen, I'm not.
But look where you live at though.
But this is how I feel about it. This is how I feel about it because I've been pulled over.
Nigga, like they're in fucking Milwaukee.
I've been pulled over. I've been pulled over.
Sherman Oaks, nigga. Like it's 1,000 niggas.
It's a lot more diversity out here. You know what I'm saying? Like even though the cop was fucked up, but in Milwaukee,
all right. So between Kansas City and St. Louis, there's a place called Boonville, and all black people know stay the fuck out of Boonville. It's called Boonville for crying out loud.
I wouldn't go to no goddamn Boonville.
Right, you have to drive through Boonville to get to St. Louis.
Boonies.
Boonville, nigga, it's a jail in Boonville. Like you don't want to go to Boonville no way.
The point I'm making is like if you drive from Kansas City to St. Louis, you got to drive through Boonville. That's the road that takes you there, right? It's on the highway. I was pulled over. The dude was he had a mouthful of skull at the back. He's one of them boys. And I agree with Trey. Being respectful does matter, but this is my argument for that shit. Do I think that you should cuss a cop out for bullshit, especially when it's your fault? Absolutely not. But did they tase the white boy that shot that school up in Santa, whatever the fuck?
Santa Fe.
I completely agree with all of that.
Did they tase the white boy who shot up the church? No, they took him and got him Burger King. You know what I'm saying? If you can find a way to calmly take killers.
Yeah.
We're talking about, and not like somebody.
Not killers, like one person died.
Like I didn't walk in on somebody, raping my daughter, so I killed him in passion or some crazy shit. No, I walked into a church and I killed everybody, and y'all took me.
I'm gonna let you know.
And took me to Burger King.
I'm not in agreement with any way with them tasing him or none of the things that they did.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, from my perspective, a lot of this shit could have been avoided if you had just walked out, kept your mouth shut.
But this ain't about you, though.
No. This is where the argument breaks down, though. This is where I think the argument breaks down is like we saying this unnecessary force the other side who's looking for anything the same way they will equate a protest of police brutality and make it a soldier flag protest, even though it was never a soldier flag protest. Like what they'll do is they'll hijack the definition of the other action, and then they'll have you debating something that was never intended to be debated in the first place. Let me explain what I'm talking about with that. So, all right, so like the perception is we say that these people who are killed are innocent. And I've never said that Mike Brown was innocent of anything. I've never said that Freddie Gray was innocent of anything, or Walter Scott was innocent of anything, or in this case, Sterling was innocent of anything. What I said was that level of force was not necessary
At all.
Right.
So like
lethal force wasn't necessary.
So when they talk about Mike Brown taking a pack of Swishers out of a convenience store, I'm like, that makes you deadly. Like, so that's like, so people will be like, so then they go, well, he should have listened to the cop. I'm thinking to myself, well, there's a lot of things we should have do, but does it deserve to be tased?
Yeah,
Like the things that they doing don't.
Yeah,
like definitely doesn't require.
Hold on. My thing is like a lot of these people is getting shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, why are the cops shooting to kill rather than? Hold on. I'm making it. Let me say something. You know what I'm saying? Why are they shooting to kill instead of like shooting below the waist just to put somebody down? Right. Like all these shots is coming to the back. I mean to their chest. I mean even the head area and shit. Why aren't they aiming just to put somebody down? Like recently out here in LA, this white dude, he got into a fight with two cops and put both of the cops in the fucking hospital before he got arrested. Now, I mean, why the fuck wasn't
First
he?
of all, who was this white dude that was
Who beat up these two guys? Now, I don't know. It was like 2 weeks ago on the news. I
Brock
seen this
Lesnar?
shit. Now, I mean, but it made me think like, why are these cops going into the hospital, but all these niggas is being fucking killed?
Because of the 5 deadliest words in law enforcement.
Like everybody know, bro.
Yo, I feared for my life.
And
Wait.
See, here's the thing.
It needs to be 7 words. He's black. I fear for my life. Make sure you put that on there, bro.
But see here, and this is my thing, man. If you know that you have a target, this is what I don't understand. Check this out. If you go into, and we know neighborhoods that you shouldn't be in, right? So if you go into a neighborhood, you like, yo, I really shouldn't be over here. You gonna act right. And I don't. If it's, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I need to survive. So if you know that we are targets for the police officers because of the color of your skin, because of your, you're a black male, whatever. Why aren't you using those same survival skills to get in and out the situation as easy as possible? Listen, it doesn't mean you bowing down to anybody. It's just saying, listen, I want to get my ass home. Just like they want to get their ass home, I want to get my ass home. So I'm going to be as cool and as cool and calm as possible. Whatever the case may be, if you giving me a ticket for the wrong reason, I'm gonna fight it, but I need to get my ass the fuck up out of here because I feel like I'm in danger. Anytime I get pulled over by the police, nigga, I was nervous as a motherfucker when they pulled me over with my kids. Nigga, I'm like, I don't want to die, so I'm gonna be as nice to this officer as possible to let him know I am zero threat. I'm not even gonna raise my voice.
A lot of people was doing the same thing, you know what I mean? But the cops escalated to do something else. Like when Sterling get pulled over for a parking ticket,
he didn't get pulled over.
Well, exactly. But the cops asked him to step outside for what?
Hold on, no.
You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
the thing: the cop was writing the ticket, and the nigga walked up. That nigga, I'm gonna tell you like this: if I'm walking out of Walgreens and I know these niggas is writing me a ticket, I'm just gonna stand the fuck back, let them niggas write the ticket and drive the fuck off. Then I'm going out to get in my motherfucking car, and but this nigga walked up like, oh, what you doing? What you doing?
I look at it like, all right. Nipsey Hussle said some shit, and shout out to Nipsey. I've never met him, but I'm a huge fan of that nigga. He was like, self-preservation ain't gonna let you walk in a room and address if you're a Crip. He's like, even if you're a super Crip, you're not gonna walk in a room full of Bloods and disrespect them. He was like, he's like self-preservation ain't gonna let you do that. So I agree with you on that. I agree completely. And I think more of it is now it's like people are tired of having to do whatever it is, and that doesn't make it right. Because I agree with you. Listen, life is bigger than this moment for sure, and I can't fight the fight. I can't fight the good fight dead. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I had a great conversation with Queen Maxine Waters, so I'll be hollering at y'all about that. We're trying to put together a town hall, and it's gonna be dope. And she's fucking dope.
Amazing.
Hey, let us know because I know Barbershop Talk like this would like to be out there and cover some shit.
I got you. You know what? That's a great idea. Maxine Waters. Yeah, and we took the Wakanda sign and all of that shit. We posted it, so I'll be hitting y'all up. But like, I agree with you, Trey. It's and part of it's just infuriating. It's like part of it. You have to process that it is a process. Because if you don't have hope and you don't see that a brighter day is coming, you will do some shit. My mother was born in the 50s and she was born in the South. My mom's picked cotton every summer. My mom's went to segregated schools, and then when they desegregated the schools, she said she remembers white people crying and saying, I don't want my kids going to school with those niggas. Like my mother said that. She said, son, there was a time where I couldn't vote, and now I can vote. She said there was a time where I couldn't eat in some places, now I can eat anywhere I can. Don't lose hope. So like you have to keep those things in your mind, you know what I mean? And my mom was the first one out of our family to get her college degree. So like shout out to my moms. But still, so you just gotta look at shit like that and you gotta keep it cool because you can't fight the good fight dead. And certain things, don't be an asshole. If it's your fault, bro, just take that shit across the chin. I was wrong for this shit.
And certain things, like there are things about this Milwaukee. Like they have a long history of police racism. I did some research. I found out in 2013, there was a ranking that deemed Milwaukee one of the most racially segregated metropolitan areas in the United States.
Let's go stats, analytics,
you know what I'm saying?
Racial analytics.
You know what I'm saying? In 2016, they had riots where, because the police killed a young boy, I believe his name was Seville Smith. He was 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's things that's going on in Milwaukee that's saying, like, to back up what's happening. But what I'm saying is if you are aware of these situations, if you're aware of these things, bro, like, there are ways that we can avoid that shit. I believe in this particular situation, if that nigga had to just stay his ass in Walgreens and let them motherfuckers write that ticket and drive the fuck off, it'd be a whole different situation. Now, the fact that he went out there and addressed them, I do not agree with how they handled the situation because he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He had his hands in his pocket the whole time. But when a motherfucker tell you take your hands out your pocket, just take your fucking hands out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you like, oh, you look like, why should I have to? I understand that, but nigga, we are in a time where you are the target, bro. And if, nigga, put it this way, if you walk up in the hood, nigga, and you get surrounded by 10 niggas, and that nigga say, nigga, take your hands out your motherfucking pockets.
Yeah,
are you gonna, exactly. Yeah. Are you gonna stand there and be like, no, nigga, I ain't taking my hand. Nigga.
I'm from Kansas City, nigga, I'm leaving my hat on. My hat say KC. Take that motherfucking hat off. I'm like, I'm from Kansas City, this is my hat. Bitch, take that hat off. You know what, dog? I didn't even like.
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually, yo, real shit. That's actually a good point because I'm proud of where I'm from. And when I first lived here, the very first place I ever lived was off of Coliseum. I lived right in the jungle. Like my fucking taxi driver didn't want to take me to where I lived.
I know about that.
Listen, they smooth told me, hey, don't wear this because you ain't from here. And like I had a blood that lived in my building. He's like, don't wear this, don't wear that. And my first thought was, I'm from Kansas City. It's just a hat. Bro, don't wear this. You know what I said? I said, I appreciate that, bro. What should I wear today? It's hot. Don't wear these colors. I appreciate it. Like, it was nice to have a resident blood.
They're survival techniques. It don't mean that you bowing down to a motherfucker, man. It's just a way to survive and avoid a whole lot of bullshit. That's all.
I will point this out. There's a huge difference between walking into gang territory where you know you will get killed for some bullshit and dealing with a policeman who is supposed to be a professional.
It don't matter what they supposed to be, but here's the situation.
I think at this point they have proven to be a gang.
You walk into a gang, nigga, police are gang members, nigga, period. That's how I look at them. They gang members, bro. So when they pull you over, you are now in a gang situation. Because what did them niggas do? They called 8 more of they motherfucking homies to come up on this nigga, and they surrounded that nigga like a motherfucking gang. Nigga, what? Nigga, you in a gang situation. Survival techniques. Take your motherfucking hands out your pocket. All right, my nigga, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Can I just get this ticket and be on about my motherfucking business? I ain't trying to have no motherfucking problems.
I honestly just think that the cops need to reboot and learn shit over again, man. But
we know they not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, nigga. In Jersey, where you from, it was two black officers because they fucking pizza didn't get delivered. They want to run up in the fucking Domino's pizza place and harass the fucking manager. Bring this nigga out, trying to cuff this nigga up, like for a pizza, like for a motherfucking pizza. Now, then listen.
Did they get away with that shit or did they get off?
Nigga, these niggas because I wanted to talk about this because these niggas was they were suspended without pay. They were charged with disorderly conduct and terrorist threats. You know what I'm saying? Are they getting treated?
Yo, son, where my pizza at? I ordered that joint like 40
They got a video
ago.
of this shit, nigga. They got a video of this shit.
He should have got that Domino's insurance on that shit.
The nigga went up in there, bro. It was 2 black officers, bro. They on some bullshit. They on some fuck shit. Nigga, just like the white cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't like police. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Mexican, Asian. I don't like police. You know what I'm saying? Because at any
Most
point in time,
police were
any
punk
of
ass
you
niggas in high school.
I don't
that
give
got
a fuck about
badge now and feel like I could run shit because I got a badge on.
Listen.
It's police that was bigger than me that was bitches in high school.
I got some homies. I got some homies and some clients that's police. They cool. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta say that here.
They know, but they know that they're excluded. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
wasn't
You not
talking
in
about
this
y'all.
because you good people. You know what I'm saying? But nigga,
Officer Mangini was one of the coolest policemen that I ever knew.
This is how I feel about cops until they start, and because I have friends who are cops now, and they get into it and they get so heated. I'm like, listen, why do you get heated to debate good cops, but you don't get heated to debate the tragedies that happen? So it's like until you all speaking out, when you know, like, here's the deal. Do you know why Dr. King was successful in the marches? It's because he got white people to buy into what he was talking about. So white and black started marching. When it was just all blacks, they was getting their ass whooped in Selma. The next time they showed up to Selma, they had a multicultural situation. So the march with the Me Too movement and women and all of that. And
I have a question. I have a question for you.
All right.
If Martin Luther King was alive to see where we are today as black people, do you think he would have given his life up for that? Do you think he would have taken an alternate route?
This is what I think about Dr. King. I don't think he meant to took the bullet. That's why I think he was sniped. I don't think he ever wanted to die.
But
for it. You know what I'm
here's
saying?
the thing. But this is what I have to say. Because in a situation like that, because he was attacked so many times, he knew he was putting his life on the line.
Yeah.
He knew that his life was in danger. So the fact he didn't know, nobody wants to die, but there's a difference when I am willing to die for a cause. And he was willing to die for something. And I don't believe that today's generation, today's society of black people collectively respect what he laid his life down
This is
for.
what happened. Crisis brings out patriotism, and patriotism of whatever you belong to, it comes in a time of crisis. For example, like when September 11th happened and all of that shit, the whole, the United States was together. Even if we didn't like the person in office, it's like you rally around crisis. That's why when the Olympics come, most people are super proud of their country because once again, here's a cause to rally around. So if there's no perceived cause to rally around, and then the culture is like, yo, man, we chill. That shit is old. This blah, blah, blah. They use whatever word to nullify what's really going on, and they don't see it as a crisis, then their rally wasn't happening. That's why even in this point, you got, there's dissension in our own community between people who want to watch the NFL, they're like, fuck it, that ain't gonna make no change, and other people who are saying, like, that is gonna make change. Whether you sit on either side of the pie, what I'm saying is, Dr. King, what was going on in Dr. King's time was, it was overt, it was public, it was the law, and it was a time of crisis because your quality of life was being affected in every way. But to your point, like with police brutality, like you're saying, okay, that situation could have been handled differently. It didn't have to go that far. Where in Dr. King's time, that shit, it was
right. It would have
went that far
anyway. It was popping off, nigga, right from the get-go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like a time of crisis is like that.
I'm glad you mentioned the NFL. Like, recently the other day they had the change in the NFL policy where players have to stand up. And this
Did y'all see the comparison to the Nazi thing?
Hold on. But time out. This is what my solution to that is. I think every player should get a black leather glove, and during the national anthem, they should go out there and throw up that right fist.
I would love it.
And them motherfuckers would be mad than them, boy.
Yo, we need to get that out there. We need to get that out there.
Hey, we need to get that out there.
Yo, we standing. We standing, but listen, we standing with our hand up.
Anthem.
Now what?
Everybody, right fist up during the national anthem.
It's such a crock of shit because outside of red states where they like patriotism is mass racism and shit like that. It wasn't until 2009 where the United States military paid the National
NFL
Football League
to do this
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was paid patriotism to endorse it. So like there were some teams that would never come out. And but once again, when you hijack the argument and not the protest itself, you have higher ground. White people, Trump, people like that, they successfully hijacked the argument. And then we started debating anthem protests instead of police brutality protests. It's like you just...
I just think it's like
right fist up.
I just think it's another form
during the national anthem.
I think it's another form of power and enforcing that football slavery and shit, man. Like either stay inside. Either stay inside the locker room or in the tunnel, or
because
come out here and stand
situation.
the fuck
So now,
up.
if you walk out, you're privy to, or you're most likely to walk out to a sea of booze. You could have been there getting extra tape up, or you could have had like a hamstring shit. So you catching that last little rub out before you get on the field.
bullshit,
If
man.
y'all want to make these motherfuckers mad, all the NFL players, black, white, if you white people want to join, but definitely all the black players,
White people
if
won't
y'all
join.
throw that
Don't
right
show up.
fist up, nigga, don't
JJ
fuck
Watt
that.
will.
Nigga, show
Don't
up.
show
Go
up.
out there.
And
Go out there.
don't show
Listen,
up.
listen.
And what's the
Go
face
and
will
smoke.
too.
Not show up.
Listen,
Don't show up.
Kush, because if you don't show up,
You've made your point.
No, you ain't making no point. You giving them
You've
what they
made
want.
your
Because what they
point.
said
Stop
was,
dating dollars.
Show up.
No, but
Do
what they
not
said,
show up. Fuck all that shit.
Kush,
All right.
Kush, if they go out there, nigga, and they stand up and they put that right fist up,
Motherfuckers that told you to do that shit still make money. If you don't, they don't.
Kush,
Don't show
Kush.
up.
No.
Kush.
I disagree
Time
with
out,
that
time
because
out.
I
Listen,
disagree.
listen,
No, I'm
listen
saying
to me.
I'm fucking with you, Trey and Cushion. Here's the deal about it. Like, hey, nigga, don't wave me off. We
Listen
trying to
this.
talk to each other.
Right, right. Listen to this. Because
I was waving him
here's the
off.
thing. Here's the
Me
thing.
and him go through this
because
all the
if
time.
you don't show up,
You affect their pockets.
No, you're not. No, you talking about don't show up to the game?
Yeah.
Okay, but they're not gonna do that.
I'm talking about the players.
Like
They gotta make money.
realistically,
The players aren't gonna
niggas
show
not
up
do
to the
that.
game?
We know they're not gonna do that.
They
So
get
here's the
paid
thing.
for the game.
Here's the thing.
I know.
If you stay in the
Most
locker
of them are
room,
millionaires.
if you stay in the
Stay your
locker
ass
room,
off the field.
you giving them what they want. But however, if you don't stay in the locker room, you walk your ass out there and you stand up during that national anthem, and every black player on that field put their motherfucking fist up,
Yeah,
because
just
you
like
will
back
make
in the
them
day.
motherfuckers more pissed off.
Just
than,
like back in the day.
nigga, what?
Just like back in the day.
Can you
not
It's just a
imagine?
movement.
Imagine what Jerry
they're
Jones
not
would feel
showing
like.
up.
Imagine what Jerry Jones would
there
feel
are
like if
creative
Zeke
ways
and
to
all
do
them
it.
out there with the black glove on, they
First
fist
off-
up
first
during
off,
the national
yo,
anthem.
You know what Jerry Jones would say?
Good
You know
luck.
what Jerry Jones
Good
would say?
luck.
He'd
Good
be
You know
luck.
what
red as
Jerry
a
Jones
cherry.
would say?
Yeah,
How
what?
was them ticket sales today and how them concession stands do today, dog?
that boy
We
be
made
mad.
money.
All right. He's a good old boy.
Listen,
He be
man,
mad.
that's some bullshit. But listen, man, it's been
that
another
was
yo.
my guy.
Listen, it's been another episode of Barbershop Talk like this.
We want to thank my man Gabe Roland for coming through, hanging out with us, man. Please come back and see
I
us
appreciate
again,
y'all
bro.
having me. It was a
Especially when
lot
the
of love,
album,
man.
especially when the
When
new
the album,
project
yeah.
comes out. You know what I'm saying? We love to have you on.
One.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you 500s on the way.
500.
Queen Maxine, we ain't forgot about you. We gonna get this crew involved.
Give the people your handles on any of your social media sites.
Everywhere you go, I am the Gabe Roland. You know what I mean? For now, it's going to change to 500, but everything is the Gabe Roland. SoundCloud.com/the Gabe Roland. TheGabeRoland. Same thing for Instagram,
Gabe Roland.
Twitter. Like, you know.
All of them. The Gabe Roland. Instagram, Twitter. Even on Facebook, he's Gabe Roland. I'm telling you. Thanks for coming through, man. This has been another edition of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And it's your boy Dice the Barber.
And we got our sidekick, Cush in the building, and we out this bitch.
Peace.